somebody else, you know. It's 2 days after, Joshy. We know what the calm down's like 2 days after.
Yeah, it is. It really is. Like it's just so wild. Like, I the only reason why I came to them.
You won't do Victoria. You won't do. You'll get no comeback for it whatsoever.
Right, no, like the thing that baffles me is like the only reason why I came to. Thank you for the heart me, by the way. The only reason why I came to them is because I saw what was happening. I was live and I was just having a general chat on my phone, and then I was having a general conversation about E. I just done butcheroki, which I was trying to like the new mic and the new karaoke thing. It was wild. And then thank you. And then thank you for the fireworks, Angry Irish. And then I came off live to come back on live, just have a general chit chat, and then E was live. Somebody said that E was live, so I was just like, oh, let's go and have a look.
They were live at 10 o'clock this morning.
Oh, were they? Jesus.
It's literally been on all day. It's been non-stop.
So I don't mean to cut you off, Nina. Sending love to you, Angry Irish. I was looking for your account this morning, and I was like, Angry Irish is gone. I was just like, wait, what? So I'm glad you got your account back. It will be a 111/999.
They're not going to sleep, Victoria, when they've been on certain substances
but like
2 days ago, because the whole equilibrium is out.
I just love the fact that, you know, they decided to come for me and I need to take the trans flag out, man, yeah, because I'm not a trans ally.
They said that.
Fuck off. Fuck off.
Exactly. Fuck off.
Yeah, I'm okay, Rob. I hope you're doing okay.
Green hearts in the chat if he's just a complete dick.
No, I mean, I did get a good question in because they decided to look at my cam too. I was just like, which, by the way, you're doing you're tallying up all E's expenses, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm tallying it all up. I'll be doing it this week.
Yeah. Well, you're doing an amazing.
There's a lot.
Yeah, you're doing an amazing job with that.
I've been doing the psychoanalyzing as well, and I know it's not Colombian, sweetheart. He can't afford that stuff. He's not a banker or a businessman. He's using the horse sedative.
Oh, God,
it's kind of like methadone is to H. You try and get the same kind of reaction from it. It doesn't last long, and it's dirty. It's dirty cheap.
I'm not a good camtour though, because I have a habit of like talking and speaking and like just talking over E and and I will turn around and say you guys do an amazing job with camtouring, and I'm not brilliant at it. I'm just.
No, you do. You're doing all right. You're doing all right.
Yeah, I'm just.
And you're creating a dialogue, and that's necessary.
Yeah, I know, but like as well, I want to do sort of like tarot card readings and singing and makeup and all those things as well. So sort of like I won't be able to.
But we're not all just like a one horse jockey. We've all got different skill sets, so you do whatever you feel is best for you, and we'll all support you 100%. You know that.
Yeah, I know. But Angry Irish does such an amazing job, and Heather and JJ and all the lovely people, Riley and
Riley always chats.
Yeah, there's a new one that's doing it as well, defying
accountability.
Defying accountability. Yeah, there's so many that do it. They do amazing camtouring. I'm just camtouring tonight because I saw what was happening, and I'm just like, nope. I mean, I take the piss too, Angry Irish. I mean, I get irritated. The problem with me camtouring is you see more of you get more of a raw sort of like, I will call Elphaba a cunt, I will call Elphaba a bitch, I will literally tell myself, no, you're an asshole. You get more of a unfiltered reaction when I come to.
Yeah, Yeah, exactly. And sometimes, you know, that's what everybody needs, is for somebody to vent. Because they're speaking for what everybody else is unable to say. They're saying it at home, and it's like, yeah, I'm glad somebody fucking agrees with me.
They're just telling everyone to fuck off.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So, I will point out, though, viewers, we will not have anybody intoxicated in the box.
No. You know, I have I got drunk on live before. I've got drunk on, the thing is though, is that I've got drunk on live before though, so I can't really say.
Oh yeah, exactly. But
you know.
Yeah, I know.
You know, it's just. Yeah. Words.
The only video I've done today is where he's cleaning under his bed.
Okay, Naomi.
And I was like, oh.
Where's he gone? I think he's just come off live. He just didn't need to pop off. They have burned all bridges and all chances. Yeah, they have, Lid. Although apparently they've got some new trans creators or trans people in their chat now, and they've got some trans friends, apparently, allegedly, who validate them. So I think
that meltdown this morning was caused by exactly what we said would happen, that he's not getting any contact from them two girls.
Yeah, and like, I think it was also because you know what's weird? They turned around and said, "Oh, what was it? Was it this morning where they turned around and said I'm ill and this and the other? Was that yesterday? My days are all blowing into one."
That's a hangover.
Yeah, I know it's a hangover, but was that this morning?
I can't remember.
Was that yesterday?
The other one I've seen today was, I watched a bit of the live this morning.
Oh, thank you.
So I saw the bit where they were on about, oh, thank you for the gifts. That's really nice. Thank you. Somebody, they were cleaning under their bed, and they sort of pulled something out with the slat and then pushed it off the screen. And everyone was trying to figure out what this was. And I just basically said, like, yeah, you know, we don't know what it is, but can we just say it was the sexy sock?
Oh.
And yes, many men have a sexy sock.
Yeah.
However, you know, it's kind of like how to understand a relationship, you know. Show that sexy sock a little bit of respect. It's not just there to be serviceable, you know. It's got to be equal in the relationship. So clean it regularly. Get it a nice little gift box to keep it there. And give it a little bit of, you know, compliment every now. You're my favourite sock.
Thank you for the heart, me Chloe. And okay, Angry Irish. I hope you have a nice relaxing shower. And thank you for the support, Angry Irish. Then go, we're playing it. Yeah. Not the poor sexy sock. I know, right?
I was going to say, you know, we're quite lucky that your bed's not closer to the window, because you might have used the curtains.
Probably still has.
Oh, no, that's not something I need to know. Oh.
Every man has at some point, haven't they, honey?
No, I'm far too stylish to use.
Yeah, I was going to turn around and say, I don't think I ever have.
Necessity. That's what I said. Justice for the sock. Justice for the sock. You know.
Yeah, justice for the sock. Yeah.
You know, you can have a collection of socks, but you know, you've got to be loyal to the original sock, because the sock has been there for you through some very tough times, and it's got feelings now. There's a lot of DNA in that sock, you know.
It's the only kids he doesn't talk to.
It doesn't argue back, does it? It doesn't argue back, that sock. It's like, yeah, I'm here.
I swear to God.
You know, that sock now is a little bit, it's been through some hard times, and it's now very solid, and it just needs a break. Give the sock a break, Kimwe. You know, give it a little bit of attention, and, you know, give it a little bit of a spa day, and give it a wash.
Do you think there's some...
I think the original sock probably crawled out itself. Like a caterpillar. It saw the door. It saw the door open. It was like, freedom. Crusty sock. Life matters. That's right. That's right.
I swear.
That sock has gone out into the wild, that original sock, and it's dug its own grave. It's like, enough is enough now. Come on.
Bye, peace, I'm gone.
Yeah. Right. I'm getting in my bunker.
I see the whole balanitis thing, like that's something we didn't need to know, but everyone now knows. It's something we didn't need to know, but everyone, thanks to them showing their medical record, everyone now knows.
I don't know if it was a left or right sock. It depends on which way your dress is, isn't it?
Justice for the sock. Justice for the sock. That's all I'm going to say is justice for the sock.
He might have decided to tag himself onto the Mormon community, and they might be sister sock wives.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh.
Could have been mummies.
No, that's people. You know what? People have made that rumor. God's sake, like. Oh.
At least as women, we have the forethought to think, I'll clean that afterwards. You know.
Well, there is that.
He had a sexy sock and an empty box of Mr. Kipling's. I mean, that's just disrespectful to Mr. Kipling's. I'm sorry.
I mean, it is, yeah, to be fair, it is, yeah.
Then Bakewell pies and cherries just aren't going to be the same anymore.
Oh. Nope.
Anything as quality as Mr. Kipling would just dissolve in his hands.
Signal booster. That's why they walk funny moist socks. Oh.
It's got sock rot.
Oh. I love how this conversation's just gone from, you know.
Yeah, but you know what I'm like. We like to have a laugh.
Oh, see, yeah, just right. Isn't like Chris Chan back though? Like because Chris, as far as I know, the whole Chris Chan law. As far as I know, Chris Chan got arrested, but isn't Chris Chan out of prison now?
I don't know who that is.
How do I give the abridged?
That's just a whole story.
Yeah, they came back. Yeah, after the middle stuff. Yeah, they did. Yeah, there's a whole law behind Chris Chan. And the problem is whilst being both a Pokemon fan and a Sonic the Hedgehog fan, Chris Chan has ruined. If you're both a Pokemon fan and a Sonic fan, Chris Chan everyone sort of goes, nope. We're not associating with Chris Chan at all.
And the thing is that you can separate the person from the art, you know? It's like when people are saying,
No. Chris Chan is somebody that was very, they sort of made Pokemon / Sonic, how do you say it? Comic strips.
Lovely.
Yeah, it was very weird. It was very strange.
Pikachu violated, was he?
It was very strange. For those who want 20 plus years of trolling and rage bait, search them. Yes, it very much was a Chris Chan was very much it's wild. The Chris Chan law is absolutely wild, and it's so dark as well. It's so dark and evil and just wild. It's hard to describe the Chris Chan law. It's so hard to describe the Chris Chan law. Like Michael Jackson.
On the dark side of Tumblr.
Yeah, on the dark side of Tumblr, it really does. It's so wild. I wonder, do you reckon, speaking of people that are weird, do you reckon he will go live again?
Nah, I doubt it.
You don't think?
He's probably ordering his takeaway.
I don't think I have it in me to go down this rabbit hole. No, Signal Booster. It just... Chris Chan it's fucking wild. The Chris Chan law is absolutely mental. The way they went is the exact same way he is going. People have made that reference. Yeah. the obsessiveness, the way that they are, the way that they carry themselves. People have made that reference. Yeah, people have made that. People have made the reference. Good luck. I followed that law for years and years. Yeah, I followed it loosely for many, many years. But I came, the Christian law, I came after the arrest and after all it blew up. There, I watched there's like I want to say like a 6-hour documentary on YouTube about it.
All right.
Yeah, there's, as I say, just like Elphaba, there is a big, massive law to do with Christian as well, and that's just one video. There is multiple videos to do with Christian as well. But the Christian law is a lot darker than the Elphaba law. If you find something mind blowing, go down the Christian law.
I don't think I've got the energy today.
Oh no, oh god, no! I've been watching him since it started. Oh really?
I think I'm gonna have to look now.
Yeah, but that's the problem, is it? Which is
I do like my true crime.
The sock has ended, you signal booster.
Because my husband calls it my murder porn.
Oh my god, Nina.
He's like, you going to bed? Yeah. You going to watch your murder porn? Yeah. It's I'm like listening to my podcast as asleep, and I'm like, oh well, you did that bit wrong, didn't you?
Yeah.
You didn't think that bit through, did you?
Oh, see, I like a bit of true crime as well. I do like a bit of true crime.
I love it, especially where I am. There's always things turning up.
Yeah, the true crime is very, very interesting. I do like a bit of true crime. I'm so blown away with tonight's antics. Well, I'm not blown away. Like, it's just the same old shit. But like, I don't know. I love the fact that.
I think we need to make a justice for the sock banner.
Oh God, I can make that. Justice for the sock.
Justice for every single item in Elphaba's flat.
Oh.
Justice for the empty piss bottles.
Oh, the piss bottles. Oh my God, yeah. Yeah.
Justice for the baggies.
Oh. I don't like. But they've been live since 10 a.m.
Light in that room.
Oh my God. Yeah, like.
Could you imagine? It's going to look like the map of the London Underground.
Oh my God.
Nah. Jackson Pollock painting.
This line to get here, and then this line to get here, and then need to change to this one.
Jackson Pollock secretly releases a new painting.
Monet's turning in his grave.
What did I miss?
This is not what I meant by watercolour.
So JB, Elphaba crashed out. Elphaba had a massive crash out. Apparently, I need to remove my trans flag as well. I'm not a trans ally. Yes. Elphaba decided to watch me come to in, and I need to remove my trans flag, and Elphaba crashed out, and we're all affecting Elphaba's mental health, and I'm not a mental health advocate and all this bullshit.
Don't get me started on that one again.
I'm so pissed off. I'm getting really pissed off with them using the mental health. We're not mental health advocates because we don't care about Elphaba's mental health. Well, my question is, okay, this is going to sound harsh, right? Why the fuck should we?
Nobody.
Gentleman question. Like, you say that, Nina, you've made a reference that you work or have worked in psychiatry, right?
Yeah, therapist.
Right, as a therapist. Now, I wanted to work as a counsellor, right? That was something that I wanted to do when I was growing up. It was either carer or a counsellor, right? So I wanted to work in therapy. And I've done volunteer work within the mental health field. Because, like, psychology is something I'm very, very interested in.
Yeah.
And, like, I wanted to help people. And as someone that has really bad mental health, right, I can understand and relate to a lot of people suffering and things like that. But I also whilst doing training to volunteer within mind and other mental health fields, you will often get told, right, you have to turn around and say to people, put things in place, grounding, things like that. And also you have to prepare them to be like, well, you have to take care of your own mental health, right? Yeah. Right? And as someone that has had to do that myself, I sit there and I'm like, Elphaba's like, we have to cater to their mental health. And I'm like, no, the fuck we don't.
No. One of the first things that you are taught is, because there can be an aspect of transference. So, you can end up, if you don't detach yourself in a certain manner, you can, because you're an empathetic person, you can end up actually, what they're going through can then impact on you.
Yes.
So it's like, it sounds awful, but they are a client.
Yes.
Okay? They're not a friend.
No.
You are not their friend. They are a client. And the only person who is responsible for your mental health is you.
Yep.
I can give you the footpaths in which to improve your mental health, and I can give you guidance on management techniques and coping mechanisms and grounding and, and others, CBT, EMDR. I can, advise you on all them different routes that you can go down.
Yeah.
And you've got to go away and you've got to be committed to working on yourself. Yes. I can't fix you.
Exactly.
The only person who can fix you is you, because I can't get in your head, and you have to make that commitment. And you're only going to get 12 appointments on the NHS. That's all you're going to get is 12 appointments, okay? Right. So then you've got to continue that work. And when you dip again, you can be re-referred. Now, he seems to think that he's saying he's got these referrals and that he's going to be seen next week. He was saying earlier, no, I don't know why I am, because I need to get my diagnosis. Well, that's not going to happen today, and it's not going to happen tomorrow, and it's not going to happen within the next 2 years, love. And you cannot actually get a diagnosis.
But my problem is, my issue with them.
People are born with a depressive personality. Some people just are. It's like way back in the day, if you think about like your thyroid, right? They didn't know very much about it. And they thought, it's a temporary thing that's wrong with somebody, okay? Yeah. And in some people it is, and it can be treatable. But for some people, it's a lifelong condition.
Yes.
Some people have lifelong depression.
Yes.
And it's a matter of managing it, medicating it, and putting the hard work in. It's not an instant fix.
No. But my issue is that what he does and what he says is he reckons that if he gets this diagnosis, that's going to be it. That's going to be the solving. And the reason why
that ain't going to give him an ounce of validation. He ain't going to be able to say, well, you can't say that to me because I've got my diagnosis of this right now. Okay, well, so have hundreds of thousands of other people, exactly. And they're acting like knobheads, are they? No, they're not. It's like we were talking last night. You've got children who are diagnosed with autism. They still know right from wrong.
Yes, exactly.
You can't use your diagnosis as a weapon.
But they will. They will, and that
fault that I've done this. It's because I've got this.
But they will.
Bollocks, mate. Because what about how your actions have affected everybody else's mental health? You want everybody to take the blame for your mental health, but what about what you've done to everybody else?
Right, and that's it.
It's an equal level playing field.
Right, and that's it. That's the main issue. That they want these diagnoses. They want all these things to be like, see, I am autistic. I do have ADHD, and you can't come at me now. I'm like, really? Okay, then. Let's do this on a level.
In that case, then, Josh, I've got PTSD. I've got personality detachment disorder, I've got borderline personality disorder, high signs of that, okay? Yeah. And I've got chronic depression, right? And I've got SAD. Do I go out every day and treat everybody like an absolute cunt? No, I absolutely do not.
Well, exactly.
No, because what I give is what I get. It's like the Beatles song, isn't it? You know, yeah. Golden Slumbers. In the end, the love you take is equal to the love you make.
Right. But
I'm not going to go out and start lashing out at people and treat them like a piece of shit and say, well, it's not my fault, I've got PTSD.
But that's just it. This is the problem. This is the reason why he keeps on going on about mental health, this, that, and the other. You're affecting my mental health. Da, 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 da. I'm like,
he said last night, what he doesn't realise is, you know, as I've said many times, he's not stupid, but he's not intelligent, okay?
Yeah.
He thinks, because he's got this false sense of entitlement, you know, he thinks he's just going to get the PIP. He's just going to get it. Well, no, because the PIP can look at your social networking. They can look at your bank accounts. They can look at everything. And there's going to be somebody in that office who says, hang on, I know that name.
Yeah, exactly.
He's put himself out there. And then they're going to sit and they're going to look at the videos and they're going to look at the behaviours and then the manipulation behaviour techniques all to get this PIP. And they're going to go, absolutely not.
But you see, they're doing all this as well. They're like, I don't agree with what was said in the chat today, but they're doing all this to be like, see, look, they're doing all this to be like, they're sending all this to the police, right? And being like, this is all what's happening. And,
police ain't going to do fuck all.
Well, I don't even know what the police can do because...
Nothing. Because all the police will say is, don't go on TikTok then.
Right, but this is where it's sort of like...
Get yourself off social network.
Right, but he's not going to do that.
Yeah,
so...
a target.
Right, so, but this is the problem. He's painting a target on their back. Like today, the reason why anyone was doing anything in their chat was because he S-baited.
He's an agent provocateur.
Right, so... But then he's standing around saying that people are triggering... But people are triggering people in their chat. And I'm like, yeah, you're doing that. You are doing that yourself. You are triggering your chat. And I'm like...
And he was saying, I don't want any gifts today. I don't want any gifts today. But he had a gift goal. And what was the gift goal? It was potatoes.
Yeah, I know it was potatoes, yeah.
I don't want any potatoes. Don't send me any potatoes. Piss off.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Although, apparently,
as we know, by the third week of the month, this is how he behaves because he's running out of money.
But but like, although apparently we need to have our gifts off, apparently, according to it as well. We're making money off them. And... so?
Yeah, so, at least that's honest.
Yeah, at least we're honest with that fucking shit, unlike you. Like, fucking...
I never expect gifts. Somebody sent me 203 coins, right? Thank you. I don't do my own personal lives. You know that. I don't. So I don't get gifts, you know? And when I do, I'm extremely grateful. It's not going to have a big impact on my life. But thank you very much. I very much appreciate it.
Exactly, yeah.
I'm not going to go on anywhere begging.
Yeah, somebody put up Tick Leap today. They're around £43 today. So I'm glad the S-baiting and the triggering of people and the pissing people off. I'm glad you managed to earn £43 today, E. I'm so glad.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. 43 quid, what's that? That's a pizza, a bottle of wine, and a little baggie.
Yeah, but this is the reason why they do it. Is to but this is where they're talking about. What baffles me is they're literally complaining. I'm so lonely. I'm so this. I'm so that.
Well, you've treated everybody like shit, and they've detached themselves from you to protect their own mental health because they don't need the fucking drama in their life.
Right? Yeah. So wild.
As you get
Signal Vista.
A bit smaller.
Say that again, sorry.
I I said, as you get older, your circle gets smaller.
They're not going to have any circle at this point.
He hasn't got any. He hasn't got any support network whatsoever.
And you know what gets me is...
Well, have a good night, sweetheart.
Yeah, I hope you have a good night, Signal Beast. What gets me is, you know, all these people that are his mods and the people that are in his chat. I have a feeling...
I don't know them.
but I have a feeling that... No, they don't know them. But I have a feeling that they don't interact with them out of that, you know what I mean?
I know in the past they were putting out like rules on how to become a mod, like you were really special if he allowed you to become a mod.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
You had to have your address, you had to have your date of birth, you had to have your phone number, you had to have all these things which are private and confidential.
Yeah, it's
that way. Then if something went wrong in the live, he would start spamming them with abusive messages of saying, you haven't supported me, you've let this happen and you've let this happen and this is all your fault. And then he was threatening to be doxing them.
And they wonder why people...
Yes, you do have to have a support network for a transition. You do. That is one of the main points of it. You have to have a support network around you because you are physically changing your body and your hormonal state.
Yeah.
So yes, you do have to have a support network. You have to have a family and a friend network around you, and they have to go through like the therapy sessions as well to understand what you're going to go through and to learn how to cope with it.
Yeah.
And he hasn't got that.
No, they don't know.
But he would never pass the psychological test anyway.
No, they wouldn't. No.
He's too unstable.
So,
and he's the kind of person that, you know, if he did go through it, he'd then be one of them people that wouldn't be happy about how it went. And then he'd compensation. And then he'd be like, you know, this is not what I thought it would be. I don't want to be like this anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Which is, you know, going to cause a lot of problems for the trans community. Right, I'm going to jump off because I think food's done, isn't it? Is food done? I'm well.
He's good unto you, isn't he? Don't he look after you?
Yeah, he does. He's
a little love.
No, I was going to say, is food done?
Mine is, yeah.
Oh, is it? Oh, it's a ready meal, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind then. It's all right. I got confused for a second.
So much nutritional value in that, you know.
Bit simple and easy, innit?
Don't do it when you're in the middle of fucking lives.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
It's like a Saturday night TV dinner, isn't it?
It is.
We need sausage, chips and beans and bread and butter, and we need to be watching Bullseye.
Yeah, well, yes.
Who wins the speedboat?
I've just got my own version of Ant and Dec's Saturday Night Takeaway.
Ah, there you go.
Just more drama.
Exactly, yeah. Although I think the drama has literally died down. Thank God, thank fuck. Literally, I don't think they're going to go live anymore tonight.
I think if they do, it'll be late. I think they're probably having a nap or they're eating, which doesn't normally stop them being on live, but...
I was going to say, normally, don't they just turn into a fucking mukbang?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Groundhog Day, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I am going to go and have some food. I will...
I'll speak to you in a week, darling. You know where I am.
Yeah, I will catch everyone later, and if the lovely person goes live again, I will try and catch it.
Yeah.
All right,
Sweetheart. Speak to you soon.
I'll speak to everyone later.
Bye.
Bye.